hello is can people see the video already? Is it visible? I think I am live. Yeah, could just one person say that they can see the video so that I'm sure it is showing to others? Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so all you need is atta. This is yeast. I'll explain when I come to that. Salt, sugar, oil, water, and you're done. Okay, eggs are optional. I will explain what happens if you add eggs. So first things first, I am following a very standard recipe that I make for the house. It has 400 grams of whole wheat flour. Just normal, I think mine is Ashirwad. I'll just check which one it is. Yeah, that's exactly 400. So this is just regular atta you would use for making roti. In this much, I add 2 teaspoons of salt. Slightly like salted. If you don't add salt, you will taste the flour. That's not so great. This is just a little bit of sugar. This sugar is going to be the food for the yeast. So you can either take sugar or you can take honey, you can take jaggery, you can take brown sugar. It's really up to you. You can alter it according to who is going to eat the bread. Okay, now for 400 grams of atta, I need 3 teaspoons of instant yeast. I'm using Gloripan instant yeast. It comes in a packet of 500 grams, but you can use any instant yeast. Now, till such time as I was trying the regular yeast, which is I think dry yeast or something, it just somehow never worked for me. All that activation of yeast just never happened. Maybe I was doing something wrong. But as soon as I started using instant dry yeast, there has been no looking back. So I'm just mixing it, all the dry ingredients. So you really don't need milk, particularly in this weather. It's kind of warm. If you're making a milk bread, like sweet-ish milk bread, you can change the quantity of sugar. I'll come to that. Now for this, if you want a regular softness bread, 90 grams of oil, this is just regular sunflower oil, is more, 90 grams is good. If you want a softer bread, you can change it up to 150. Okay, so at this stage, it's up to you. Do you want to add egg to it or not? I generally do because it makes the bread softer and it adds extra punch of protein. So as I'm biased, you don't have to. The additional advantage of adding egg is that the bread proofs faster, which is of importance when you are making it in winter. But if you don't eat egg, no worries, you don't really need it. You can bake without it, just that proofing times are longer. There you go. Now I'm going to be using the dough attachment in my blender. You don't have to, but it's useful to have because it reduces the amount of time you'll spend mixing it. And of course, the effort. Now all you need is water. Now if you notice, I'm mixing it in a plastic button. That is generally useful, particularly in Bangalore winters, because the bread needs warm weather to proof. Plastic is an insulator, so it locks in the heat. You can do it in ceramic, you can do it in glass. I don't have anything big enough in either ceramic or glass, so I'm using the plastic bartan which I have. This is a Tupperware bartan. So I said I have added egg, you can choose not to. Now, there, as I said, having a flour attachment makes my life easy. And oh yeah, whenever I am making bread, I always prefer to throw in some seeds. So feel free, try anything you like. I usually am biased towards black sesame. It looks and tastes great, so it goes into all the breads I make. Now at this stage, the dough has to be sticky. Do not make a tight dough as yet. I am of course making the double proof bread. Just a bit more water. It's become a smooth dough now. There are no lumps anymore. Now you have to put it for proofing. Proofing is nothing but allowing the yeast to grow. There's no rocket science involved. Just leave the dough alone and let the yeast bloom. That's all that you need to do. This can take up to an hour in winters, or around 25-30 minutes in summer. But here it's a bit forgiving. You can yeast it for, proof it for a bit longer. Tap the dough, it'll, become flaccid, and then you can allow it to proof again. So this is the part where you have a bit of a leeway of error. You can go somewhere, come back, and, if you aren't yet ready to handle the dough, it does give you some time. Now, usually this should rise to about double the volume. That's a good measure. Maximum, I'd say around 3. Don't let it go beyond that, because then it's a bit difficult to work on. So as I said, I was stirring it for quite a while, making it into a paste. What I was doing was activating gluten. So when you activate that gluten, the bread essentially comes together. And that's why the process for gluten-free bread is completely different, because there is no activation. You have to add a binder. Now coming to variations, if you want to make it sweeter, you're going to have to add sugar. But mind you, when you add sugar, you have to add extra yeast, because sugar inhibits, too much sugar inhibits the growth of the yeast. So you have to add extra sugar. And if you're making any mixed atta breads, you are going to have to adjust the quantity of yeast accordingly. For example, you want to try some rye bread or some oats bread or suji bread. So it's really, you're going to have to experiment and get there. Breads are very tricky to make. To get a hang of the consistency that you have to work with, that's the trick here. So essentially, as I said, in terms of tools and materials, it really doesn't need all that much. Bread is a lot about feel. You have to get the feel for things. What is the right consistency? When do you need? How much you need? And how does it look? And things like that. It takes some time to get a hang of. So keep trying. It's fairly simple. Once this proofs, I will come back. I think it should take about half an hour. One thing I do in the winters is to give the bread a bit of a nudge for proofing faster. So I have a rack on top of my oven, so I just put the oven on basic heating, and with the radiating heat on the rack, it gets warmer. The surroundings are warmer and proofs faster. In summer, you don't really need to do that, but don't keep it on a stone surface because this is cool and it's going to take much longer time to proof. Preferably keep it on a wooden table or a glass table, something slightly insulating, or wrap it in a towel. That will lock the heat in and help the yeast grow. So I will see you back in about half an hour.